My name is Honorable Gelmo Williams. I've been a member of the Progressive National Party from 1978, always a supporter until later on I become a member of Parliament. I went on to serve my party and its beautiful Turks and Caicos Islands as the leader of our party and as a premier from 2009 until 2010. Our party beliefs and our party commitment have been first for its people, its country, and the betterment of mankind for the whole Turks and Caicos Island. I believe this country, going forward to build the unique nation that we are, the PNP party will serve us best. Also, what I love about the PNP party, we is a party that embraces everyone. Over my 60 plus years, I could say the Progressive National Party stand firm and committed to the betterment of the development of its people first and the Turks and Caicos Island on a whole. I've always, from a kid growing up, heard my parents talk about the difference between the two parties in the Turks and Caicos Island. And the PNP have always been the party who've always had the interests of first its people and the Turks and Caicos Islanders as a whole. I've always supported the party from behind the scene and believe in its belief. The Progressive National Party care deeply about our youth, deeply about our elderly, and of course, deeply for all mankind, in particular Turks and Caicos Islanders. Our party embrace everyone from every island, every creed that come to live and work with us. Because we believe that together we could continue making this country the best country on this earth for all mankind, but in particular, Turks and Caicos Islanders.
I am Robert Stevenson Hall, a teacher by profession. I was a sympathizer of the PNO, which was the forerunner of the PNP, and became a full member and a candidate in 1980. In 2012, 2016, I served as Speaker of the House. I've also had the high honor of leading the party in 1988, thereabout, for a brief period, thus paving the way for the leadership of the Honorable Charles Washington Mizik. From its inception, the PNP has always been a big tent party, embracing every strata of society, creating an atmosphere where business could thrive, but at the same time, looking out for the interests of the little man. That is evident in the various legislation and social welfare assistance that we have seen over the years. Of great importance has always been the human capital, and the PNP has consistently invested heavily. We started at the community college, and at this stage, we now have free education. No other party can boast of being an institution builder, starting with the national insurance. And it's for that reason that I've always been committed until today to the Progressive National Party and its ideals.
I'm the former leader of the PNP from 2002 to 2009 and former premier of the Turks and Caicos from 2003 to 2009. The PNP has been a party that has been leading the charge, whether it comes in education, whether it comes in healthcare, whether it comes in social development, whether it comes in advancement in terms of constitutional advancement. It was during my time in office that we brought in the 2006 Constitution that see the Turks and Caicos, the leader of the Turks and Caicos become premier rather than chief minister, and the executive become cabinet rather than executive council. And we was on the road to self-determination. And I believe that this new PNP the new future of our country, that we need to put the issue of self-determination squarely before us. And I believe that when the time comes, it will be the PNP party that takes up that challenge. The PNP has always been a party about progress, hence Progressive National Party. We've always been a party that stands for the empowerment of Turks and Caicos Islanders. We've always been a party that put Turks and Caicos Islanders first, whether it's in education, whether it's in healthcare, whether it's through TC Invest by making sure people have small business loans, whether it's bringing legislation to ensure that certain types of businesses are reserved for Turks and Caicos Islanders. And so I believe that the future is bright with the PNP and with the Turks and Caicos. And I look forward to participating in that bright future. I look forward to participating in it as a member of the PNP and holding the present elected members' foot to the fire to ensure that our people are intimately involved in everything that we do.
My name is Clayton Green, and it has been a great honor of my life to serve as Speaker of the House of Assembly in a PNP government between 2007 and 2009, and then as leader of the Progressive National Party between 2010 and 2012. My association with the Progressive National Party began in earnest in 1981 when I returned home from the Bahamas. The Honorable N.B. Saunders was at the time the leader of the Progressive National Party and the Chief Minister of the Turks and Caicos Islands. And imagine the joy in the hearts of a young 17-year-old when he came home, and shortly after he came home, he could receive a scholarship from the country of his birth to do his A-levels. I think that was it for me then. From then on to this day, I have been an ardent supporter of the Progressive National Party. I stayed out of the country off and on, but returned home in earnest in 1993 with a law degree and eager to make my contribution to the development of this country and indeed to do what I could to help the Progressive National Party along its way, because it was the only party, in my view, that could lead this country in the direction that I thought the country should go. And so when I look back in the rearview mirror at over or almost 50 years of the Progressive National Party being part of the political landscape of this country, I am proud. I am proud of my association with the country, and I am proud to have had an opportunity to lead it. I consider NIB, NHIB, the community college, I consider a party that has presided over the largest influx of inward investment that this country has ever seen. I consider a party that has brought free education to this country at the community college for the first time in its history. That is a party that is progressive. And that is a party that I love and that I support. This Progressive National Party will continue to put the Turks and Caicos Islander at the forefront of all its initiatives. This Progressive National Party will ensure that the Turks and Caicos Islander plays a meaningful part in the development of this country, because they know, as I do, as every PNP knows, as every Turks and Caicos Islander knows, that this country is nothing unless the Turks and Caicos Islander is front and center. We will carve out spaces in which the Turks and Caicos Islander can play, and the Turks and Caicos Islander alone. Places for the Turks and Caicos Islander in business, places for the Turks and Caicos Islander in the professions. That is how we will lead, and that is how we will build a country in which we can all be proud to be the leaders and the shapers of the land we love. And so I thank you. I'm so proud to have been a part, up to this point, of this journey of the Progressive National Party and this great development of our Turks and Caicos Islands for our Turks and Caicos Islanders.
A Big Ten party of inclusion, a party that embraces new ideas, a party that embraces bold, visionary leadership, a party that allows its membership to express their views and opinions. It is a party that embraced me as leader back in 2012. It is a party that allowed me to rise to the ranks of leadership from not being an officer of the party. The Progressive National Party is a party for the young, is a party for the old, is a party for the working class. It's a party that builds institutions. It's a party that creates social safety nets for its vulnerable, such as our elderly. It's a party that continues to show bold, visionary leadership as an institution builder. The Progressive National Party is a party that continues to take on challenges in difficult times. It's a party that brings us from positions of austerity to prosperity. That is the PNP that I know. That is the PNP that I'm proud to be a part of. It is a party for the people. It is a party of bold, visionary leadership and vision. The Progressive National Party recognizes the importance of our young people taking their rightful place in our society as the executives, as the future leaders, as the future nation builders, and as the business owners and entrepreneurs in this great Turks and Caicos Islands. We recognize their need to take their rightful place. We embrace our young people and they identify with us. We will invite them to join us because this PNP party is the party that will take them into the future and build the Turks and Caicos that we all desire and deserve. I am Dr. the Honorable Rufus Washington Ewing. I had the privilege of serving this great party as its leader from 2012 to 2016 and as Premier of the Turks and Caicos Islands during that period, 2012 to 2016.
This country should be developed and developed mainly for the benefit of the people of the Turks and Caicos Islands. As Chief Minister of the Turks and Caicos Islands, our primary goal was to develop these islands in an order that would provide as many opportunities and privileges for the Turks and Caicos Islanders as possible. Jobs and the infrastructure that we brought in would be for the benefit of Turks and Caicos Islanders. That meant that we wanted to create institutions that the country needed. Institutions like hospitals, good schools, better roads, better port facilities, and things like that. And so we set about doing that. Unfortunately, during my time, we depended heavily on British government to help us to meet the shortfall in revenue, and we call that grant and aid. My belief is that we have reached a stage in our development when Turks and Caicos Islanders must take a greater share in the development. In the physical development, owning the hotels, owning the guest houses, and those things. And be investors in the financial opportunities that are now being made available to people in this country. The Turks and Caicos Islands are moving, and moving, in my opinion, in the right direction. Our job today is to have that done, and the Progressive National Party is the only party that can help this country to achieve those objectives. The objectives in providing the opportunities that Turks and Caicos Islanders need to advance their education, to provide health care that will meet the current situations within our country, and all that goes along with a full development. The Progressive National Party has the people with the education, with the skills necessary to bring about that for this country and to carry this country to the place where it should be in the 21st century. My name is Norman Saunders, a former leader and chief minister of the Turks and Caicos Islands. I served this country from 1967 to 1985, and subsequently other periods, making a total of 40 years in total that I was a member of the House of Assembly. I'm proud of the record I set as leader of the PNP and chief minister of this country.
Honorable Nathaniel Joseph Selva Francis, affectionately known as Bobs, was a founding member of the Progressive National Organization, the PNO, which later became the Progressive National Party. Honorable Francis dedicated his life to the empowerment of the Turks and Caicos people. In 1985, during a critical juncture in our nation's history, he rose to the role of Chief Minister, leading with resolve and integrity. His tenure marked a period of stabilization and progress as he worked tirelessly to uphold the PNP's vision of a more equitable and representative government. For me personally, Honorable N.J.S. Francis was more than a leader. He was a mentor in my political journey. His wisdom, his humility, and passion for service shaped not only my path, but the lives of so many who had the privilege of learning from him. Bob's legacy continues to resonate within these islands. The House of Assembly building in Grand Turk, named the N.J.S. Francis Building in his honor, stands as a symbol of his enduring contributions to governance and the political evolution of the Turks and Caicos Islands. Honorable N.J.S. Francis, leader, visionary, and patriot, remains forever etched in the heart of the PNP and the story of these islands.